Braids and cornrows. These styles are more than just hairstyles. For centuries, they have been powerful symbols of identity, culture, and resilience within the Black community. In this video, we will talk about the history of braids cornrow styles, its ongoing controversy, and its evolution within the Black community. The history of cornrows can be traced back thousands of years to ancient Africa. These styles were practical, often used to store seeds, a symbol of maintenance and life. Cornrows were more than just a hairstyle, they were a means of survival. These intricate designs also reflected social status and were often adorned with beads, shells, and other natural elements. The more elaborate the style, the more it signified power, wealth, and elegance. As time moved forward, so did the evolution of braids and cornrows. From the simple functional styles of the past to the intricate artistic designs of today, these hairstyles have undergone significant transformation, yet they have always remained a symbol of Black beauty and power. During the 1960s, cornrows subsided significantly, and more people started to wear their natural hair instead. During the height of the Civil Rights Movement, people like Angela Davis wore their afros, which became a symbol of liberation and Black pride within the Black community. This style was also popularized by singer-songwriter Diana Ross. In the 1970s, a new style started trending, and that was jerry curls. This hairstyle was popularized thanks to the one and only Michael Jackson. Near the end of the 70s, entering the 80s, braids started making a comeback and continued to become a staple hairstyle well into the 90s. In the 1990s, braids were a prominent hairstyle worn by Black women and were very popularized in hip-hop culture, with stars like Janet Jackson and Brandy bringing them to mainstream attention. Today, these styles continue to evolve, with new generations finding innovative ways to express their identity through braids. Despite their beauty and cultural significance, braids and cornrows have not always been accepted in all spaces. For years, Black women have faced discrimination for wearing these styles in professional environments, often being told that their natural hair was unprofessional or distracting. This issue not only happened in the workplace, but in schools, where little Black boys and Black girls are still being targeted because of their hair.
The teen has been wearing her hair like this since the beginning of the school year, but apparently the controversy started after she went to administrators here complaining about kids teasing her about her style.
It says that I'm unique.
Vanessa Van Dyke's desire to be different has become an issue at her private school. Her look is being called a distraction. According to school administrators, the way she styles her hair is a violation of student conduct.
They just say, you should change your hair, you should make it straight, because it's too puffy.
The student handbook at Faith Christian Academy states hair must be a natural color and must not be a distraction. Vanessa's mom wants to know how the school defines that.
A distraction to one person is not a distraction to another. You can have a kid come in with pimples on his face. Are you going to call that a distraction?
Not exactly, but discretion is up to the school. And according to the Van Dykes, Vanessa has 1 week to tame her mane following the school's code, or she'll be kicked out.
Hi, in Louisville, Kentucky, she proudly wears hers in its natural, tightly curled state. So she was stunned this year when she saw her school's new dress code policy.
It was the hair, and I noticed that as you kept reading, it just added more and more hairstyles that were natural and mostly worn by Black people.
Did it feel personal to you?
It felt very personal to me because I've worn those hairstyles.
It was almost like an attack on me and who I am and my culture.
Ashanti and Mom Attica soon became part of a hot national debate around the country about perceptions involving natural hair. What offended the Scotts is this line in the new policy, banning dreadlocks, twists, afros longer than 2 inches, and cornrows, which is even misspelled.
Sophomore Maya Cook says Mystic Valley Regional Charter School officials first pulled her aside 2 weeks ago, just after she and her sister Deanna got their hair braided at a local salon. Their adoptive mother, Colleen, got a call from the school minutes later.
The school basically said that they didn't want anything artificial or unnatural in their hair.
The school's policy says students may not have a hairstyle distracting to other students. Hair extensions are not allowed. Cook says the policy only targets Black students.
We told them there's nothing wrong with their hair the way it is. Their hair is beautiful. There's no correcting that needs to be done.
Refusing to take out their braids, Maya and Deanna got daily detention, and last week, Cook says it got worse.
All the little black children were marched down for a hair inspection, whether they had braids or not, and asked, are those extensions? It really affects them to their core, and it tells them, you're not good enough. You need to change.
Outrage was sparked over a video showing a young black girl fighting back tears after being told to leave school because her hair extensions violated school policy, according to WWL-TV. Faith Finity is a 6th grader at Christ the King Parish School. Braids are pulled back and hang slightly below her neckline, and as Stephen explains in the post, extensions make the hair easier to maintain. It allows my sister to have access to the swimming pool without having to get her hair redone every night. The video has now been viewed more than 2 million times, and Rennell Houston, superintendent for the Archdiocese of New Orleans Schools, issued a statement saying, this policy was communicated to all parents during the summer and again before the first day of school. Furthermore, the school leadership worked with families as needed to ensure compliance. Besides the policy on social media, the Anti-Defamation League, South Central Region, and the Urban League of Louisiana issued a joint statement calling for the school to revise the racially insensitive grooming policy and apologize to students disciplined under it. Social activist Sean King tweeted about the incident saying, let's be clear, this is Christianity as white supremacy. Rapper T.I. also shared a post on Instagram writing to the school in part, how do you feel that this is a proper representation of what Jesus Christ the King and how he would want us to treat our children? You should be ashamed of yourselves.
In a local powerlifting competition, a black competitor was told she could not compete because of her beads. This is apparently her teammates who rushed to her defense and try to take them out as quickly as they can. Unfortunately, this continues happening in sports.
16-year-old Nicole Piles, who had already stepped up to the plate and hit a double, faced ejection by the umpires in her second at-bat unless she removed her hair beads.
But the tide is turning. Thanks to the movement, the Crown Act, there is growing recognition of the importance of allowing black women to wear their natural hair without fear of discrimination. Today we see more and more women confidently embracing their braids and cornrows in every area of their life, from the boardroom to the courtroom.
National Crown Day. Today marks 5 years since the Crown Act was signed into law in California. CROWN stands for Create a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. The CROWN Act calls to end spaced hair discrimination in the workplace and in schools. And for decades, women and men of color have been discriminated against simply because of their natural hair. Well, right now, the CROWN Act is signed into law in 26 states, including Maryland and Virginia. And of course, while there has been significant progress made, there is still so much more work to do.
A CROWN Act being passed will empower people to speak up for themselves and advocate for themselves in the workplace, as well as students in school, to speak up when they feel that they are being discriminated against. Locks, curly hair, textured hair, natural hair styles can be professional. So I think just getting employers to understand that natural hair does not mean unkempt, it just means that the hair isn't straight oftentimes, or it's locked.
Hey, good morning. So in my hair right now, these are braids. It's one of the many natural protective styles black and brown men and women both wear. It's also a style some would say is unprofessional. The CROWN Act is working to ensure hair can no longer be a measurement of professionalism.
Braids, locks, twists, and knots, all natural styles that some say are unprofessional or distracting.
I've had white bosses, mainly women, men don't really say anything, but they'll be like, oh, your hair is so pretty like that, and they want to touch it or whatever the case may be. And then when I've worn my afro, it's been like, oh, well, that's different.
Celebrities have played a pivotal role in bringing braids and cornrows into the mainstream. From red carpets to music videos, these styles have become iconic, thanks to the influence of stars who proudly showcase this style. Celebrities like Issa Rae, Beyonce, Alicia Keys have brought cornrows into the spotlight, using their platform to celebrate black beauty. In the age of social media, braids and cornrows have experienced a renaissance. People of all ages have utilized social media to not only promote their hair business, but continue to show new and innovative ways to wear and style braided hairstyles. Thanks to platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, they have become spaces for sharing, learning, and celebrating these styles. With each post and tutorial, a new wave of creativity and cultural pride is born. Braids and cornrows are more than just a trend. They are a timeless staple in black culture. From ancient Africa to modern runways, these styles have always been and will always be a testament to the beauty, resilience, and power of black women. As we continue to celebrate and innovate, let's never forget the deep roots and powerful stories behind every braid and cornrow. This is more than a hairstyle, it's our legacy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy exploring the rich history and evolution of braids and cornrows with me. What are some of your favorite braided styles, and what do braids mean to you? Let me know your thoughts below. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to join our community. I have so much more to share on the legacy of Black fashion and beauty, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Until next time, see you in my next video.